What's going on, fam, and welcome to episode 4 of the Mara Mentality Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Hope you guys are doing great. As you can tell by the title of this video, we are talking about hybrid standards, specifically training the body and forging the mind. The main idea with this is how training reflects who you are. Alright, listen, hybrid training, it's not just about being fit, alright? It's about building the resilience, adaptability, and mental strength through physical challenges. So that is basically the main idea of this entire video, so keep that in the back of your head. Topic 1 is going to be your body reflects your standards. What does that mean? Well, it's more of like a mirror talk. Topic 2, hybrid training equals the hybrid mindset. We're going to dive into that. And then topic 3 is pain is the real progress. And although that might sound self-explanatory, we are going to dive into each one of these topics. Look, overall, this is about holding yourself to a higher standard. Using hybrid training as a metaphor, not just for life, but for life. And realizing that pain, discipline, and adaptability forge true strength. So if you're with that, if you're about that, or you just want to learn more about that and you're just sick and tired of living this boring ass life of yours, follow this video, like it, and drop your city in the comments because I would love to know where you're listening from. Alright guys, let's dive into this Mara Mentality episode 4, hybrid standards, train the body, forge the mind. Let's go. Alright, so if your body could talk, what would it say about your standards? Would it tell the truth? Would it lie for you? Or just like what would happen? When you look in the mirror, you should be 100% in love with what you see. It's no homo, it's not weird, it's not awkward. It's just the fact that you're like, damn, I like what I see in the mirror. And this is based off of everything. Like, when I say everything, I really mean like how much effort you're putting in to your training. How much effort and care you're putting into the nutrition you are using to fuel your body. Not just for your training, but outside of your training, right? You have to look at this as the gym isn't just a place to train muscle. It's like literally a place where you measure your character, right? So like, what does that mean? It's showing up tired. It's eating clean. Training smart. And showing your values more than words, basically. So, what do I mean by all this? I mean that you should be waking up every single day and looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, God damn, I'm a sexy beast, right? I already said that. But along that process, you're going to have days where you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to train, you don't want to eat the disciplined, nutritious meal that you have prepped for yourself, but you know what the results and the flip side to that is going to be, right? And if you're not doing the things that are like mentally your mind's like, ugh, I gotta do this because I know it's right. Like, if you're not doing that, then chances are the reflection in the mirror you're not gonna like. I mean, quite honestly, if you're someone that isn't in shape, you're not necessarily fat, but you just don't like the way you look. It could be a multitude of reasons, but I guarantee you, the two things you could start: are you active? And if you are active, how active are you really? And what are you eating? Is it clean, meaning all natural? Is it home cooked? Or are you eating processed foods? Are these foods cooked in oils? Do they have excessive sugar, excessive salt? You know, all of these things matter. And if you don't literally take the time to pay attention to that, it's going to bite you in the ass. So you need to. So now we're going to talk about hybrid training equaling the hybrid mindset. The hybrid athlete lifestyle, all right, as a blueprint for mental strength specifically. So I just want to say that if you can lift heavy and run, doesn't have to be far, but if you can just lift heavy and run, you're built different. All right, there's so many things that say if you can lift heavy and run far. Let's not even talk about the far aspect. Let's just talk about hitting the run, because there's so many people that just either want to run or they don't. So if you can do those things, you are not just built differently, but you are built differently physically and of course mentally. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But here's some of the key points. So hybrid athletes balance multiple forms of stress, all right? That literally that adaptability transfers into life, right? So what does that mean? So like you're battling the stress of running a far distance and then having to run all the way back. I mean, 5 miles there and then 5 miles back. That's 10 freaking miles, bro. That's a lot of stress on your body, right? And then on top of it, you go into a lift, or maybe later that night you're going into a lift. That's a lot of stress because you're just putting your body through a lot. So you're also adapting. You're telling your mind, hey, we gotta get shit done. And that's allowing your body to be like, okay, well, my mind is telling me what to do, so my body's gotta, get in sync with that. And so how all that adapts, it literally syncs with your day-to-day life. There's literally plenty of things that you're not gonna want to do that come at you, and you have to adapt, because if not, I don't know what they are, but chances are they were made to attempt to make your life harder, but that is why you are stronger than it. Also, this one is really important. So, training for both strength and endurance creates mental toughness, patience, and humility. When you're training for both strength and endurance, it literally creates this entire wave of mental strength, mental discipline, and just a whole bunch of, okay, I fucking got this. So I want to give you guys some examples. Specifically when I was training for the Tough Mudder, Savage Race, and even the half marathon. Literally plethora, like that word? Yeah, of nights. Specifically, had these thoughts more of like Friday, Saturday, like weekend thoughts, basically. When people, like literally everybody is out doing fun things and you're choosing to do the hard shit, right? And this exact type of moments, literally being in the act of working out and thinking to yourself, shit, what are my friends doing right now? Are they partying? Are they doing literally anything except for putting in the work, right? And right there, it not just builds your confidence knowing that you're putting work in when other people just aren't, or you think they might not be. How much it builds you as a person, highly recommend, really do. And that's exactly why I'm talking about this. The word hybrid, right? So many people relate that as, doing a combination of things, which isn't wrong. But hybrid means you don't box yourself. You literally evolve. So, I mean, instead of setting yourself to running a mile or 3 miles, you get to your destination, right? Park your car. Say I'm gonna go run 5 miles, right? It doesn't even have to be a 5 mile. Like, it doesn't even have to be a lap or a loop. You go and you run that distance, and then you come all the way back, and you force yourself to come back because, well, there's literally no other way for you to get home other than going back to your vehicle. I'm just saying that example because that's exactly what I did. I would literally park somewhere, and it wasn't like a track. It was literally go run this distance, and then when you finally hit that distance, run back and try to get it in the time frame that you're goal is, and that forces yourself to put intense stress. At least for me, it was very intense stress on my body because I was never used to hitting certain distances in certain times. It was literally just sports and yeah, playing till a whistle basically. And the third thing is pain is the real progress. And this is something I keep preaching to the person that I'm training, because if you are not experiencing pain after a workout, chances are you're not going to see any progress. And that's just because that is based off of my own experience. That's based off of what I hear from other people, what I see in videos. Look, I preach you should be leaving the gym sweating. You should be leaving the gym in pain. Not like, oh my god, I'm injured, but like, holy shit, like if I wanted to like lift something with my arms, I couldn't because my arms are jacked up from this workout. And look, pain in training is very simple. It's equal to adaptation. And pain in life is also equal to growth. So if you can push yourself in the gym, I guarantee you can push yourself in real life. I've seen this happen for a lot of people, but they actually stop when they're either tired or they're in some sort of unexpected pain because it's just not what they've been used to. And look, I get it. When you reach out to a friend or a trainer and seek workout advice, it's because deep down, or just maybe not deep down, like you just know automatically you want change. And that's great, but so doesn't everybody else. Literally like 1% of people actually make that commitment to make that change. Meaning they buy the supplements. They spend their hardworking money on supplements, on the foods that are going to put them in a great spot during their training, meaning they're going to feel good, they're not going to feel bloated, right? And they also understand that there's going to be pain in that, all right? And for people that don't understand it, that's why this is such a shocking thing. That's why so many people quit when they are training. Why do you think that New Year's is such a major time at the gym? Because people are so big and obsessive over New Year's resolutions, but it's sad because literally not even like 2 months after the new year, majority of those people that you've seen in that gym for the first time are no longer there. And they're the ones that always have some sort of side opinion on somebody else that's putting in the work, you know? And I just want to say, at the end of the day, it's because they're just not putting in the real work. They're not experiencing any actual pain from lifting weights and sweating and just literally growing. And that is something that, for those that are going through it, they will not be in that mindset that those other people are in. And that's just something that I really, really want people to understand. So I wanted to give you an example, and this would be what I was training for a Tough Mudder, because I had never ran 7 miles before. You know, if you've been following my journey or if you just started listening to this podcast, I started off with just running 3 miles in 15 minutes. Standard military back in like between 2015 to like 2017 basically. Sure it's changed, but that's what it was. And once I signed up for these obstacle course races and even the half marathon, those required longer distances, which meant I was going to be sweating more. I was going to be putting my body through some rigorous shit that I've never put it through. And a lot of people would just look at that as intimidating. Honestly, I was super excited. And that is mostly because I was looking for a competitive edge. I was looking to see what could keep that literal spark of athleticism, of competitiveness, of I have to keep myself in a competitive field. Or not even competitive field, but like in sports basically. So training every single, like all the training sessions, day, night, it didn't matter. Like 2 hours making sure I would just put my body through pain and knowing on the flip side of that, yeah, you're going to be tired, but you know what? That's growth. So that's just one quick example. If you guys want me to dive into more of this, I'll definitely either answer your questions or just go into another podcast episode. Alright fam, that is going to do it for episode 4 of the Mar Mentality Podcast. If you guys enjoyed this episode, liked it, learned from it, want to share it with someone that could benefit from it, do all of that. Most of all, go on to Spotify, Amazon, Audible, wherever you get your podcasts. Please, please, please follow, share, and like the episodes as you watch them. Look, there's a shitload of podcasts out there. This is one of them, and it's brand new, and I'm really trying to organically grow the channel and have as many people as possible listen that can seriously benefit from this. I'm someone that struggled with all of the stuff that I'm trying to talk about for literally 18 plus years, alright? So I know that there's people out there that maybe aren't going through the same exact stuff, but they can relate. And in order for them to get this, it needs to be shared. So I cannot stress that enough. Please, please, please share this podcast and give it a follow. Helps the rankings so much. So thank you guys so much for watching episode 4. I will see you guys next week. Have a great week. Stay sharp with your training. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Peace.